1915, there was a massive ship called the RMS Lusitania. People thought it was safe, but then boom, it was hit by a torpedo and sank very fast. It was one of the biggest tragedies in history. Let's start the clock and go back to the 1st of May 1915. Imagine a sunny morning in New York City. The pier was crowded and the vibe was 100% party mode. People were excited, wearing their best clothes, and boarding this floating palace. The Lusitania was famous for being super fast and super luxury. Everyone was talking about the war in Europe, but they felt safe. Why? Because the Lusitania was thought to be too fast for any German submarine to catch. As the ship pulled away from the dock, people were waving and cheering. But little did they know, this would be the final voyage for many of them. Now, fast forward a few days. The ship is in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Inside, it's all fine dining, beautiful music, and rich people enjoying their vacation. But outside, the situation was very scary. The German embassy had actually put warnings in the newspapers. They basically said, hey, there's a war going on. If you sail into the war zone, you are in danger. But guess what? Most people ignored it. They trusted the ship, and they trusted the captain. They thought no one would ever attack a passenger ship with innocent people on it. But meanwhile, deep underwater, a German U-boat called U-20 was lurking. The German captain was looking through his periscope, searching for a target. On May 7th, near the coast of Ireland, the fog suddenly cleared up, and there it was, the massive silhouette of the Lusitania. It was a perfect shot. The ship had no escort and no protection. It was just a giant target sitting on the water. At 2:10 p.m., the German captain gave the order, fire. One single torpedo raced through the water. People on the deck saw a white trail coming at them, but it was too late to turn. Boom! A massive explosion rocked the whole ship. And then, a second mystery explosion happened even bigger than the first one. The ship tilted heavily to one side, making it almost impossible to lower the lifeboats. It was pure chaos. People were sliding across the deck, screaming and trying to find their families. The water was rushing in so fast. Remember the Titanic? That ship took 3 hours to sink. But the Lusitania? It vanished in just 18 minutes. Imagine that one moment you're having lunch, and 18 minutes later, the whole ship is gone under the waves. Over 1,000 people lost their lives that day. This disaster shocked the whole world and eventually helped pull the United States into World War I. It's a story of speed, luxury, and a terrible tragedy that changed history forever. And that, my friends, is how the legend of the Lusitania ended in the deep blue sea.
We cannot afford another misstep on the Security Council.
Agreed. The optics are already unfavorable.